Hello everyone, welcome to September. I am determined to have this month go better than last. And although my plans are not set in stone, I have a pretty good idea of how I want it to look. First and foremost, September starts the third quarter of my year, since my year started with March. These pages reflect my quarterly goals, and as you can see, quarter 2 has some goals that were not accomplished. But I'm starting quarter 3 with a fresh slate, focusing more on moving forward than ruminating on what was. I haven't been in the best headspace to make decisions on goals for the next quarter, but I have some things here that I have brainstormed and of course jotted down on my trusty post-it note. This will allow me the flexibility to come back to this and rethink before I commit to anything. But as it stands now, these are the things I'm hoping to get done in quarter 3. Quarter 3 being September, October, and November. I still want to work on getting that certification for work. I want to get back to my goal of getting rid of things, and I'm hoping to get rid of 400 things in the next 3 months. I do want to go through my wardrobe, so I think a lot of these will be clothes. Another important goal is still starting therapy. I want to visit 2 more new places. I want to read 6 books, and they can be any kind of books. They don't have to be anything specific. They could be novels, easy reading, educational, whatever tickles my fancy. And finally, I want to have 5 more new experiences. Now, as far as the month of September, I have laid out my calendar, but I haven't completely filled it in. I really have to sit down and think of what the plans are for the month. The one thing I know for sure at this point is that we're having a girls' trip the second weekend of the month. For my goals, I am leaving it empty at this point, but I do want to come back in here throughout the first week of the month and make some decisions as to what I think I want to and can accomplish this month. But one thing that I am doing differently is that I'll have a long to-do list here on the right-hand side. This is not necessarily a list of all the things I want to get done, but I do feel that I need a space in this month where I can jot down all the things that are on my mind, all the things that come up that I feel I need to get done so that I don't get hung up on them and I can just move on with the things that I'm supposed to be focusing on and not worry that I'm going to forget something important. You may notice that this setup does not include my habit tracker, but habit tracking is something that I want to incorporate more into the daily use of my journal, and you'll see more on how I set that up as the week goes on. One of the ways I'm using to work through the anxiety that I've been dealing with is focusing more on a day-to-day plan. With all that said, let's get the week started. I worked most of the day on Monday, but took a break for some quality time with my sister. We went out to try a new coffee place, and it's a thumbs up from me. So in an unfortunate turn of events, it looks like this little kitty injured one of his paws. So there's a vet visit in our plans for today. I spent the afternoon cuddling the kitty on the couch, as can be clearly seen from my clothes. Our little friend is doing a little better this morning. Even with the pain meds, he was still having some pain in his leg right here. As you can see, he can definitely move it. It's just when he moves it the wrong way and it starts hurting again that we have a problem. We did go to the vet yesterday. There is nothing broken, so it's a soft tissue injury of some kind. But I still have to stay home and keep an eye on everything because when he starts screaming in pain, my other cat freaks out and tries to attack him, making things worse, obviously. So for the next few days, I'm going to focus on getting things done around the house. It's about 8:30 now. I've been up for more than 2 hours. I did a little morning meditation. I worked in my planner. And it's time to make some breakfast. For breakfast today, I'm going to have a mini cinnamon raisin bagel with some peanut butter and one of these Light and Fit yogurts in a complimentary flavor. This one is caramel apple pie. So today may not have been a super productive day, but I did get these books out of the house that I'm putting in one of those free little libraries. It is Thursday, September 4th. I've done all my morning things. And today I want to work in my kitchen a little bit and clean things up. All right, we are definitely looking much better here in the kitchen. The floor was swept, but it'll need to be washed at some point. The only other thing I can confidently say I want to get done today is this hallway. It's not bad, but the floor is really, really dirty, especially because the litter boxes live here. Okay, the hallway floor is swept, but you wouldn't be able to tell because it is extremely dirty. This is the way to the kitchen, and that's one of the main reasons I wanted to sweep it, but this is also where everything spills. While I finish up the video from last month and wait for things to upload, I made some pico de gallo for the week. I have about 45 minutes before I need to get to work. I also want to shower and eat during this time, but I will spend a few minutes at least sweeping the floor here in the living room. As you can see, it's pretty bad and I'm not looking forward to it. All right, progress has absolutely been made in here. I did sweep all my rooms and it's looking much better. I think it's safe to say that my friend is doing a little better. He's learned to be careful. I'm working with a big pile of laundry. It's been a few days. Let's see how long this will take. All right, I am all done. That took about 16 minutes total. Now, just to put it away. For the end of the week, I have the tiniest bit of dishes to do. And now, that's done. Next, I'm going to wipe down the counters really well. And finally, as always, it's time to water my poor plants. And just like that, all the cleaning for week 1 of September has been done.